guys, what is up? It's Taylor Janet and welcome back to my channel. I thought that for today's Vlogmas we could mix it up, do something a little bit different, and I thought that we could do something festive and fun and one of my favorite things to do, which is bake cookies. So today I thought we could make some Christmas cookies together. Today we're going to be making my favorite type of cookie of all time, which is sugar cookies, and they're super easy, and I feel like they're just like the classic Christmas cookie. Well, besides maybe gingerbread. But the classic Christmas cookie, the ones that people decorate, stuff like that, super cute, super fun, super easy. This is the recipe that I use literally all year round. I'm not even trying to toot my own horn or anything, you guys, but my friends really hype up these cookies. So I'm making a video to share with you guys basically what I do. And yeah, we're gonna make some cookies together, some bonding, some quality time. Let's get into it. Just a quick rundown of the ingredients that we're working with for this recipe. I have baking powder, baking soda, sugar, vanilla, flour, an egg, and 2 sticks of softened butter. This recipe is super duper easy. I do all of my mixing in a mixing bowl, but you can definitely do this by hand as well. I like to start out with my wet ingredients. I start out by adding your 2 sticks of softened butter and your 1.5 cups of white flour. I like to take my time blending these together so they can get nice and creamy and it becomes one consistency, nice and smooth. Once the butter and sugar reach a nice creamy consistency, I add in 1 egg and some vanilla. I never measure my vanilla. It's just one of those things where enough is enough and you'll know it. I like vanilla, I think it tastes good, so I add a lot. Then in a separate bowl, we move on to the dry ingredients. In the separate bowl, we add 3 cups of flour, a half teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. A lot of recipes call for salt as well, but I don't like to add salt only because the butter has salt and I don't think you need all of that salt in your cookies. I'm just gonna use a fork and I'm just gonna mix it all together, make sure everything's mixed really well. Now that all of our dry ingredients are blended together, bit by bit, I start adding them to the wet ingredients. Now, I've added all of my dry ingredients, but as y'all can see, there's a lot of excess dough just sticking to the sides of the KitchenAid. And for me, that's an indicator that my dough is way too wet. And so I'm just gonna keep sprinkling in a little bit of flour, a little bit of flour, a little bit of flour until all of the dough starts to stick to itself and make one big motion as it's mixing. I don't know if that's the right way to explain it, but you'll be able to see that once it's the right consistency, it's gonna start moving together and it won't stick to the side of the bowl anymore. If your dough is too dry, it's gonna look like sand, and that happens too. Like, no recipe is ever perfect. If I find that it's looking a little bit dry, I still add all the flour just cause, I don't know, I just always wanna add all the ingredients. But what I'll do is I'll melt some butter, and just like I did with the flour, I'll add a little bit of butter until it starts to pick up and blend together, and that's really it. Add melted butter or flour if you need to make some adjustments to the consistency. And now we're here with the dough. It's looking so good. It took maybe like 3 to 4 minutes to make. It is not complicated at all. So now we can get ready to roll out the dough. Okay, you guys, the first 2 batches, I just put on some parchment paper and plot twist. These kinds of trays, I don't know what they are, I'm gonna link them, are the absolute best trays to bake cookies on. They never stick, and that on top of the parchment paper makes it so easy. And they're ready to go in the oven. As you can see, my ovens are both preheated to 350 degrees. 8 to 10 minutes later in the oven, and we're back. I don't know what kind of style my filming was before, but it's definitely vlog style now, but that's okay, because it's Vlogmas. Here's the cookies. So y'all can see I've got some stars here. We've got some Christmas trees. We've got some circles, but because we're feeling festive, we're just gonna call them ornaments. And then I have some red and green hearts. I put the sprinkles on them before they went in the oven just so they'll stick. So we've got our colors here. We have red, green, and then I'm just using the extra as a white. Alrighty guys, as you can see, the cookies are done. Like any cooking show, they always do a taste test, so we're gonna do a taste test. They taste so good. Again, not to toot my own horn, but thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this little cook with me type style of Vlogmas, let me know and I can make more, because I have lots of cookie recipes and other type of recipes that I would happy to share with you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below what your favorite type of cookie is. I think my favorite kind is either oatmeal raisin or sugar. If you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and join the family. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow.